today's discussion was good. I thought we could have recorded.
Yes. But today I have something very nice.
Okay, fine. Then you can record. Good.
Yeah, so I think now I am live.
Okay.
So I had an insight few moments ago, or rather 15-20 minutes back. Okay, so there is one question I would like to ask, and let's see how much of that will work out. What is one thing which is visible and what is one thing which is not visible? Or what is that which is visible? Forget about one thing, and what is not visible? Wow, silent.
What is not visible is light, and what is visible is object when light falls on it.
Light is visible, no?
Light is not visible.
Who says?
Only say in the light my hand is visible, but light is not visible.
No. If you close your eyes and if you sit and wash the eyebrows, you will get the light. It's visible.
Yeah, so if you put any object in front, it is visible.
Yeah.
No, visible is object, not the light.
No, it's not like that.
Light is a
Topic on this. You are not able to see the light, but the light is.
I understood what you're trying to say. So, I have seen this experiment being shown by Sarva Priyanapa. When there is no object, the light cannot be seen. Even the sunlight also. So, when you put one paper or something or your hand, then that reflects on your hand or the paper. Then you will be able to see the light. So, I think that's what you are trying to say. But
Correct. Chinmaya Mission, they also give same example.
Yeah, same example. I have seen it. So that is true. So the space, the empty space, if you go, it is full of darkness because there are no objects. So if there is an object, it will shine.
Yes.
I think that's what you are trying to say.
Yeah.
I think Vilas is asking something else. It's the riddle. So I need to figure out what is the riddle.
Or other thing is, I myself is not visible. And again, outside of me, I am able to see.
Vilas has become invisible.
He's looking for more.
No, I'm not looking for more. That's not the right answer.
That is not the
Right answer.
What is visible? Or what's the question? What is not visible?
No. What is... I actually asked what is one thing that is visible and what is one thing that is not visible. I felt that question would be so difficult to answer. So I removed that one. So now first you look at what is visible. When I say visible, that not by eyes alone.
Eyesight.
It can be anything. It can be sound,
correct.
it can be taste, it can be touch, it can be smell, it can be thoughts, it can be whatever. These are visible, right? They are visible to you.
Yeah, these are visible, but there is, you say one thing which is visible and one thing which is not visible.
No, I first made that because that was the insight what I got. Then I felt it is very difficult to answer, so I removed that one. So now you have array of choices. You can say what is visible and what is not visible.
So what is visible are those objects, sense objects.
Yes.
Isn't it? Correct?
Yes, that is correct. And what is invisible?
The invisible is that which is seeing it, or I don't know how to put it.
No, that is also visible only. You are that. So you are visible. You are able to experience it. So it is visible.
The experiencer.
Correct, but that is visible, right? You say I experienced. Like I said, I got an insight. It's a visible, right?
Is visible, correct.
So when I'm sharing my experience, it is to me
So,
only.
is the answer correct that the visible are those sense objects?
Yeah. Definitely yes.
Okay.
Definitely
Okay.
yes. I will add further more to your thing. All relationships are visible.
Everything is visible, correct.
Right.
So
And
that is when I say object, sense objects, everything is included in that, right?
yes, all.
Ultimately, all the relationships are also those sense objects only.
Correct. So everything is visible.
Everything is visible.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So that is one thing which is visible is senses.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes. Yes.
What is invisible now?
Invisible is the consciousness.
Other than senses is invisible.
No, Lata, even consciousness is visible. You become conscious, so that is visible, right? So because of distraction, that consciousness is not visible. When you say I am feeling blissful, it's become visible. So yesterday with Aryu and Tina, you were saying that I feel the bliss even now, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So it is visible. For Tina and for Aryu, it is not visible. Because they have...
For me, correct. Because you asked me to observe the breath, more or less, I was doing that, and that's why that bliss is staying with me.
Correct. So that is visible.
Okay.
So consciousness is also visible. Now, what is one thing which is not visible?
You is not visible.
That is consciousness only, right? It is visible now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this portion is not covered in Vedanta.
But what is there? See, object is visible. I myself is visible. There is nothing, no?
Yes, there is nothing.
There is outside of this nothing. So there is no question of visibility.
But that is invisible means that you will not know it at all. If you know it, then you will not come back. Since you don't know it, you are going to come back. Let me throw some 2-3 examples. Okay, so that becomes...
So we are using the word ignorance. Ignorance means there is something but we don't know. Can I say that is invisible?
No, it's not like that. Yeah, there is something which you don't know. So that is avidya, that is ignorance, correct. So do you know what you are in search for?
I am in search for
myself.
Which is visible. That's called self-realization.
Myself, but it is...
No. So, see, that is Brahman only, no, Vilas.
That's correct. So now, how do you define Brahman? So now that is the thing, right? It comes and stops there.
It comes and stops. It is, if you are able to define, there is no way you can define it.
Correct. There is no way to define it because that is the end point of it. There's an end point of it, right? Now, if you set anything as an end point, that is there should be something beyond that point also, which we don't know.
No, that is the end point. There is nothing beyond that. That is there everywhere.
That is all pervading. That's correct.
Correct.
Okay, done. So now when you know that, right? So it has become visible. So that means to say that there is nothing which is invisible now. And yet there is something which is invisible. Let me give some illustrations so it becomes easy. Okay, now I am in search of myself. So I have found myself. Right? And that is self-realization, right? Now I have realized the self. Okay, after that, how do I now liberate? Meaning liberation means what? When we say
freeing up from externals.
From whom? You have already done that, right? With self-realization. You realize that there is no self. You are everyone. You are everything.
Yes, correct.
And then what is the need for liberation then?
No, understanding, that's a liberation everywhere.
Understanding is realization, but now I have understood that I am myself is Bhatt, I myself is Lata, I myself is everyone, I myself is everything. So I get satisfied now. Now there is no need for me to form a separate existence. So what I am doing is I am so happy because myself is the President of India. Myself is the Prime Minister. Myself is the President for America. Myself is so and so. Myself is the owner of Google. Myself is whatever it is. So myself is an ant. Myself is a mosquito. Myself is a cockroach. Everything is myself. And those beings which are yet to come is also myself.
That is Ishvara.
That is Ishvara. How do you get Parameshvara then?
Yeah. So then you have to transcend this.
How?
That I has to be dropped.
How?
Should not be any.
Absolutely.
Should not be any object.
Exactly, but how? That's correct. What you are saying is 100% correct.
Yeah.
How would you drop it? What is that you are going to do to drop it? Now that is how you are. I would have answered that invisible anyway. Let me stop that. So you would have something.
I intuitively know. I don't know how to explain it.
Okay, tell me.
No, I don't know how to explain it.
Okay. No, Lata, I will answer rather than making this even more, cryptic. See, we are holding on to it.
Yeah, you just drop it.
How do you drop it is my question. We are grasping, we are holding, we want it to be secured. So now what has happened is I have come to the stage that I believe I myself is everyone, which is correct. So now I have self-realized. But I have to drop that also. Whatever I have realized is making me blissful.
Correct.
Now at present, as I speak to you, I am feeling extremely blissful. Am I not holding on to it, that bliss?
Yeah, you are holding on to it. Yes, correct. That's true.
Now where is the question of liberation? I want to stay in that bliss forever.
Yeah, you have to drop that bliss.
Now my question is, what is that I need to do?
You just observe that bliss.
And you will be even more blissful, that's all. You try it out. I'm feeling.
Yeah, I have tried out because I got this from Nisargadatta's thing. So you focus on that bliss, and that bliss will stay with you.
Yes.
For more time.
Yes, so you are always blissful.
Yes.
And that's it. So that is self-realization, right?
Yeah. So you have to drop that bliss also. You have to go beyond that bliss.
So that is still invisible, right?
That is still invisible, yes.
So that was I was asking you. How do you make it visible now?
You have to transcend that bliss. I get stuck in the bliss right now.
Not only you, every person, except for Shankaracharya, who found out how to remove the bliss, but he has not indicated what to do with that.
Yeah, correct. Today morning, strangely, I was contemplating on this Anandamaya Kosha and how to transcend that.
Correct. So now whatever.
Exactly, the same
yes.
thing.
So at present, we are in Anandamaya Kosha. We are experiencing Ananda.
Yes.
At least I don't know about but I know that you are experiencing. So I am experiencing. Yes. So that's it. Over. So but that is not true.
I know that's not true. That's why I'm still seeking.
Yes, you are seeking.
But I intuitively know what that is. But how to drop that bliss, I don't know.
Exactly. So now you don't know, nobody knows, and that's the reason the saint called Madhva said that only Vishnu can do that, not you.
Mm. Mm.
Because Bimba, that is the original, Pratibimba, which is the reflection cannot decide, no?
Yeah.
If we are the reflection of that divine God, then how can the reflection decide now? I would like to transcend beyond the bliss. Now, what has happened is because of the presence of that God, I'm feeling blissful.
Yeah. So now, yeah, that's what I keep telling. Even when you get stillness, even when you get peace, even when you get bliss, you will still miss the Brahman.
But it's correct. Why? Because the reflection cannot become the original.
Right. So in that one experience which I had, it transcended. I know that it transcended. I don't know how to explain.
No,
But
that is correct.
how?
No, that is okay. See, that you don't have to explain, Lata. The thing is like this. That should be there all the time. Number one. Number two, at the time of death, it will show up.
That's true. Right.
But it once in a while it can come and go away. That's all over. And then there ends the matter. And we know that we have transcended earlier. That means we have dropped that bliss, which is you,
Yes.
and then the original took over.
Original took over. Correct. So
But it dropped it also, right? It has dropped you back. So now you don't know how to go back.
yeah. Correct. But I that knowledge is there.
I agree, Lata. I'm not saying you don't have knowledge. But
Yeah. That is right. What I'm now my question is how to drop the bliss.
I'm asking you the same question. You don't ask me the same question now.
Yeah. Then I guess you should look at you. I think even if you observe the bliss, if you are able to observe the bliss for some time, then you will transcend.
No, what will happen is it becomes equanimous. It doesn't go away, it becomes equanimous. Then you feel that the bliss is dropped, but not because you will never be able to transact.
Yeah, you will not be able to transact. You will be there.
Yes, and when you cannot transact, you feel you have transcended, but it is not.
Mm.
It just happens in like a second. You are there, but you
Yes.
again come back.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, and you can't do anything after that. Meaning, you would love to be in that bliss forever because it is so peaceful that you are holding on to that peace.
Yeah. You have to drop that also.
And if I die at that moment, I'll become Brahma.
Mm.
Done. But it's not Brahman.
Mm.
It's still Brahma only.
Right.
And there is no scriptural documentation to say how to drop bliss.
Mm.
So today I got that answer.
Mm.
Not through our scripture anyway, but then I was reflecting upon that and it was already 8:10. So then I asked my wife, do you know what is visible, what is invisible? So she also started the same way. Then she gave up. She said, tell me what is invisible. I'm not able to find out.
Mm.
So I said, we hold on to this. Even in the blissful stage, you hold on to the bliss.
Mm.
So you become that now.
You become the bliss. So you just don't pay attention to that bliss.
No, it's like this. Now, when I see Bhatt, I have to say that you are Bhatt, right? I can't say I don't know what you are.
Mm.
So you have to attend to it, right?
Mm.
So you will end up attending to bliss.
Mm.
I don't know. Bhatt has become totally silent.
I'm listening.
So we have to come out of bliss. And we can't come out of bliss, to be very honest, because that is the
Come
thing.
out of bliss means what? Then what happens?
No, you have to drop the peaceful state.
See, your goal was to attain that permanent peace, happiness, and security, but you are dropping it. When you drop it, what happens? You are coming back to your normal stage.
No.
You're going beyond escape velocity.
Oh,
as I said.
beyond. Okay.
Now my question is, how will you escape bliss?
Now you are going from Ananda to Paramananda.
Exactly, that is what Vivekachudamani is all about. See, first and foremost, but yesterday I was explaining that you need to have awakening. Arise, awake. So you need to have the awakening. Awakening means that you get insights. When you get an insight like what I got few minutes ago is an awakening. You awaken to something where I was ignorant about. So now I can say I'm an awakened person. What it means is that I'm able to see something beyond a normal person's view.
Correct.
Okay, and I'm also awakened to bliss. So I can get bliss at any point in time, in any situation, in anywhere I am in. It need not be that I have to sit in a particular place or go take a 10-day retreat or vacation or take 3 months off from the worldly affair and then sit somewhere and do that. Even in office, I can do it.
It just wells up. Yeah, it just wells up.
Yeah. So whether I'm talking to you or to Lata or Hari or this person or that person, it doesn't really matter. I can be in the blissful state. So that is called as awakening. Or that is what you experience as awakened. So you are awakened. You are no longer sleeping. And that state is what can be called as Turiya. Because now you are totally awakened. You are no longer sleeping. Then you get this self-realization that there is no self. You are everyone and everything, and that's it. So there is, your self ends. Because now you are that. Tattvam Asi. That is self-realization. Now the work has to begin with liberation. Now I am blissful. Now how to drop the bliss? Or how to drop the peace? Another word for bliss is peace. Now I have, see, earlier, but I was holding on to career. So I left my career. So that fear went away. That how will I survive without job, without this, without that? What will my in-law say? What will my parents say? What will my neighbor say? I am at my 40th year or 41st year, and if I leave the job now, it is such an insulting thing, etc., etc. But I left the job. So what I was holding on was the job. So I left the job. Then I'm doing so many other things that is there. But what I'm saying, I left the real good job or a very stable job or a secured job, whatever we can call that as. So I was holding on to the job, I left the job. Now, can I stop holding on to the son and wife and house, furniture, bank account, etc., etc.? Yes. Because this is more blissful than that, so dropping that becomes easy. So let's say I have dropped the wife and son and house and all that, bank balance and this and that. That's very good because that is not required. So I left the job, I left this family and possessions. Now I'm holding on to what? I'm holding on to the bliss, the peace. It's still a bondage. because Brahman is beyond this also. So to drop that also.
So you have to drop your peace
Yes. If I
to
want
get
to be,
super peace. To get super peace.
nothing like that, because that is again a holding. You again hold that. Oh, there is a super piece than this. So when the moment you do that, or the moment I do that, but I will be filled with greed, that I need to have that which is not here. So I'll get dissatisfied with this and try holding on to it, which will remove the peace, but then I don't know how to go there. So I'll come back to this piece because this is far better than that.
Yeah, that is something undefinable.
Yes.
Beyond peace and bliss and
Yes,
all that.
exactly.
That's what, you miss it always, even though it is available always.
Yeah, because you don't know and you can't know also.
Yeah, there's no way to know. Once you know it, then you know it. That's it.
Now, once you know it, you are done. That's it. So then there is nothing like you are looking at peace.
Yeah, correct. It is, once you know it, you know it. You know that it is not peace, it's not the bliss you feel and the equanimity you feel or stillness you feel. You know it, just you know it. And then you wonder, oh, how come I didn't find this all this while? It's so stupid. It is so simple. Right?
Yes, it is there, but
Covered up.
Covered up by peace now.
Yeah, correct. That is true. It is covered up by the bliss and the peace and all that. Even though, how to explain it? I don't know.
Try.
So it is so. I'm telling. I'm trying to say it as transparent, clear. I can't explain any other way. That is. And in that, you will know without any doubt that in that everything comes and goes. It's dimensionless.
Yes, that's correct.
Weightless. Positionless. Smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest. I think the words will fail for that. So that's why you do this contradiction, right? Bigger than the biggest and the smaller than the smallest, and it's beyond the space. You can't fix it in a place. You cannot measure it. You cannot weigh it. You cannot see it. You cannot touch it. You cannot taste it. The first explanation or whatever is like transparent and clear. And nothing happens to it. Whatever, you know it, right? You know yourself that whatever the sorrows and all happens to it, it cannot be touched by any of those. Nothing, whatever happens, nothing happens to it. It doesn't reduce, it doesn't increase. It's always the same. I don't know, maybe I'm blabbering something.
No, that's correct. So you are defining the undefinable, which is okay.
I'm trying to define. Yes.
So it's okay. See, yeah, go ahead.
So I actually, if you haven't got that knowledge, all these explanations I have heard all these explanations before also. I had that tremendous amount of curiosity to know what that is. I don't know. I was desperate to know what exactly it was. And then whatever I imagined it to be, it was not that. I have imagined so many things, what that Brahman could be. When it actually I should say it is revealed. Uh, Rather than me doing, it was revealed. So till that, then I was blown away by that. Then I was wondering, oh, how foolish concepts I had. What kind of foolish concepts I had. So, yeah. I cannot say anything more on this. So, but you should answer. How to drop the bliss? I'm already feeling that blissful feeling.
Yeah. So you don't want to drop it, right?
I don't mind dropping it.
No, that is secondary. You will not be able to forget about minding it, because bliss is something where you are not conditioning it, right? It's coming.
Yeah, it is just coming. It is not based on anything. It's just like that welling up. I can only say it wells up without any reason.
Yes. So you can't say now let me drop it.
Because it is the nature of that Brahman only. You cannot drop it.
Yes. So you can't.
But
drop.
you miss Brahman.
Yes. So now what do? We are in a catch-22. If you drop that, you will not experience anything. But if you hold on to it, then you will not get Brahman.
Ninth jhana.
Trishanku Sarga.
Yeah. So you have to pray to God only.
Okay. Fine. We go back to Bhakti Marga.
Yes. So we come to the end of the show, and before they put the names.
I was telling you that I had one, when I was not well. So and my daughter wanted me to watch some Chinese Korean show with her. So I was watching, and after some time, I said I want to sleep for 1 hour. So I was just lying down on the sofa. I thought I slept for 10 minutes or so. Then I woke up. And then I closed my eyes, and in the cave of my heart, I can't explain. There was a big shining light came, and in that I saw Krishna's face, and then it transformed it into Muruga's face, and then it started fire all around. So it was kind of giving a message that whatever desires you have is burning Krishna over there, but nothing is getting affected by what do you say? Krishna is not getting affected by the fire, but he's surrounded by the fire. But this is an insight which I got, and I was feeling to go back. Okay, burning Krishna. So some beautiful insight. Just like that come. It's mostly after I wake up from the sleep. I think maybe when you are sleeping, your mind is without any thoughts and quiet and all. And then when you wake up, all these insights suddenly comes.
Correct.
In a flash.
Yeah, all those are awakening moments.
Correct.
So the progress is like this, is that first you start on theory, then you get some insights. Yeah, then you get some awakening moment or insights. Then you practice, then practice, and then you get into self-realization. And then you are on the level ground now.
Yeah, so you have to see the divinity. Once you see the divinity once, you can see it in everybody, including everything and everywhere. You can just feel that presence.
Correct.
It's not feeling. I don't know how to say. It's there.
No, that is feeling only. That's correct. You will feel the presence. I mean, there is no other way to explain other than feeling.
So you don't miss anything or miss anybody, actually.
And with that, what happens is your desires will start to recede. Okay, to answer to the question, how do I remove the bliss, is that you have to work on the raga, dvesha and moha.
Okay.
And there is a process of doing that after you get this bliss. what I'm talking about. Because now I have raga for the bliss. If I don't get the bliss, I will have dvesha that it's not working or something I have not done properly, all that. And I have moha for that bliss. So I have to let go of raga, dvesha, moha. If I can do that, then the subtle I also is gone. Then that's it. There's no holding on now. Raga, dvesha, moha is the holding on. It's the fuel. If I remove that, that fuel, then it gets extinguished.
So that vasana also has to be removed. That vasana also has to be removed, because that vasanas are created by your continuous experience of bliss. It is stored.
Yes.
And you want again and again that to be experienced. So it keeps coming up for expression.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes. So you have to.
That is, So this is also there in Vivekachudamani. After self-realization, again he has.
Yes, I know it is there. I know
Ah.
it is there. I'm not saying he has not liberated, but he has not given the jumping step. So the boat here is that you need to find something which will remove the raga, dvesha, moha for the bliss. Otherwise, we will again be reborn as Brahma. At the dying moment.
Yep.
You'll feel so blissful of death that you are there.
Yeah, correct.
So then it becomes Tattvamasi. So you are that. Now I am Brahma. And always in peace. Because that was my last impression, right?
Correct.
I have to go beyond impressions.
Zero impressions. Yes.
Zero impressions. So then there is no existence. So that's the insight.
Okay. So after you realize what is a Buddhist way of removing this raga, dvesha, moha?
There is tonight I want to do one sutta which I'll share that with you, which has complete steps for that.
Okay, fine. Then I will listen to that.
Yes.
And then see.
Yeah, then what I'm planning to do is to explain with examples of how the bliss would be and what happens, and after that what happens and all that, and then what are the steps to be followed, and practicing that, how you will know for yourself that you have gone beyond this bliss. And that will remove the condition. See, we are creating condition for existence.
Yeah, we are also creating condition for the
Next
bliss.
And bliss is the existence, right? It is existing. So as long as that exists, you also exist. I mean, you are also existing, that is also existing. So it doesn't become Advaita. You are enjoying the bliss.
Yep.
So that means
missing the enjoyer.
Yes, so you are the seer and the seen, both are there. So as long as the seer and the seen is there, it becomes Dvaita. So we are Dvaitis in believing that we are Advaiti. So the gross level is the family and job and all that, and the subtle level is the bliss.
Correct.
We have to go beyond bliss. So first we have raga, dvesha, moha for wife and husband and children and job and this and that and house and all that. So we are in a very gross existence.
Yeah, I think it takes a long time to even understand we are after this bliss.
Yes. So we are searching for bliss in family, basically.
Yes.
And then when you come to know that that is very gross and you cannot get that, then you come to the actual, which is still bliss, but it is again condition.
Mm.
So you are no longer attached to your wife and husband and all that, but you are attached to the bliss itself.
Mm.
So we have to remove that, beyond which you don't come back, because there is no you left now.
Yep.
So as much as I know my son and wife exist, I am 100% sure that I have created a condition for my next existence, which will be as a human being, also going to have a wife and a son, minimum.
Mm.
And if I'm making some people as my daughter and I love them, and then you take them also, then
Yeah, whatever you hold, you get it.
yes, whatever you hold, you get it. So that means I am not removing the hold, I am strengthening that hold. So I should get what I am strengthening. So now I want family life. Okay, next life have one son, one daughter, or two sons and two daughters. Enjoy.
Yeah, and also similar kind of job, because we are meditating on the job throughout the day.
Yes, so you get the job.
And you get the similar kind of job.
Yes, similar kind of job, which completing that you feel bliss.
Yeah. So yeah, correct. That in whichever age we are born, that whatever is relevant for that kind of scenario, you get that kind of job. Yes.
So when we complete, when our children study and go do what we wanted them to do, you feel blissful. When they don't do what we are asking them to do, you feel that irritation. So raga, dvesha and moha will be there for them. So now I suffer out of that consequence. Then reborn as a human being again. Okay, enjoy. Because I'm not even willing to let go of that very trivial thing called as family.
Mm.
So basically what every scripture says is that come out of this wife and husband and children scene, then only you will go up.
No, yeah, we are stuck there only.
We are stuck here only. Forget about going up anywhere. we are blissful of that. I have my family. Wow, my daughter has grown so much. She is working here, she's married, or he is working, he's doing this, he has done that, and I have done this. I am ex vice president of so and so company, and blah blah blah, all that. So next existence is also as painful as we think.
Yeah, correct. See, now everything is going. So we have a job, everything, and then once you become 70, 75 and all, then you really, things will start hitting.
Yes, and then it is too late.
Yep. Then you don't have the body and mind to do any practice. So you will suffer.
Yes. And then one day go away and we reborn as a human being and again start the same journey. Then when we come out, then we have to again look at food, shelter, clothing, medicine, money, some power, some position, some country which is good in every given life, every given the livelihood. So then go to that place. You dislike the place where you are in, then you go to a place which is better, settle out there, then start praising that place and hating the place, or do whatever it is, and believe that this country is good and that country is good, and say that, look, I'm so fortunate to be born in this country, I'm so fortunate to be born in that country, I'm so happy to be born as so and so. And then next life again the same. So we are yet to let go of that. This bliss, what we are talking about, is beyond that, beyond this one. Now, when you get that bliss, this seems stupid. So we are willing to give up. But that one has no definition at all. So how will you give up something which you don't even know what it is?
So Vilas, I think what you are telling is, don't attach with anything,
Absolutely.
including bliss.
Yes.
That means don't do anything.
Yeah, don't do anything.
That is something very tough to practice, but it should be done.
Yeah. Don't do anything means that you keep on doing whatever you're doing, but you don't.
That is okay. I am talking about in the mind, absolutely no desires.
Exactly. Nothing should captivate you.
Hmm.
Even for a moment.
Yes. I am just thinking, the moment I start thinking about that, it is a blissful feeling, because there is nothing.
Yes, you will immediately get the bliss, but the bliss itself is unreal. That is also mithya. That is coming because of Brahman only.
Today morning, I just heard Pavagada Prakash Rao talking, the great orator. So he was talking, there is inside somebody within you. And who is that? How to identify? And that inside is something called Brahman. And who is responsible for making us to understand through our 5 organs? There is something, some power. He just said that is one prameya. That means one example of this Brahman. But for this, all these 5 organs, for Panchayendriya, to sense that the base is from here, the energy. Now, in our today's discussion, don't attach anything anywhere, or don't have any desire. Even blissful feeling is also desire, some sort of attachment. And then don't do anything, right? Isn't it? Finally, it is don't do anything.
Correct.
But what is knowledge here? See, ignorance, I understand. What you don't know is ignorance. But what is knowledge here?
Knowledge
That
here.
is also an attachment then?
Pardon? Knowledge?
Knowledge, that is also an attachment here. Ignorance is understood.
Yes, knowledge
Then
is
what
also
is
an attachment.
knowledge?
Knowledge is also an attachment, so you have to drop that knowledge also. You got the knowledge to remove the knowledge. Simple.
Mm-hmm.
In Kannada, if I were to put it, mullanna mullinda tegibeku. So rebirth.
Thorn has to be removed by thorn.
Thorn.
Yes.
So you have to take a pricky instrument to remove that pricky thing.
And then you also have to throw that tricky thing.
You can't now keep it in your pocket saying that next time if I get that thorn, I will use it.
See, this is one part. Other part is, we say that you keep doing what you are supposed to do. That means your duty to do.
Yes, you do.
Karya. Then from where that karya comes, because for prachodana is needed, some prachodana for doing a karya. Some from internal, some message. From where it comes? Because there is nothing.
No, the internal message, what we...
See, right now, here is nothing for me then. There is nothing to do.
Yes, absolutely.
Karya is also now vanished.
No, you don't have any karya at all. See, but thing is, now we have gone back to intellect way of looking at it. First, we have to come to the self-realization. Let's say we have an experience that what is self and what is there to realize. Then you know what is karya and what is karma. You are not going to do the karma, but you are going to do the karya. Karya acharana is going to be there, or karya acharane is going to be there. You are going to be performing things which are required to be performed. That is, you getting up, brushing teeth, talking to people, having tea or coffee or breakfast.
Yeah, see, these things cannot happen on their own. Na? You need to have some desire to do it.
No, the thing is like this, but that is the tricky thing, right? Desire, with desire only you can get liberation, because you need to have desire for liberation. But you are going to remove the desire itself because you have now got liberated.
Yeah, if you have too much desire and it's not happening, then you will have frustration. So that desire also should be in a purest form. That
Yes.
means you are already there, liberation there.
No, it's not like that. So the prick is rebirth, which is you don't want, right?
Yeah.
See, you have a thorn. The thorn is rebirth. Now you have to take this instrument, which is even more sharper than this thorn or this.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you are going to puncture that, right?
Yes.
Once it punctures, that means you should have a desire to remove the thorn, right? Now I can't say, no, look, and now as per this theory, then there should be no desire even to remove the thorn. Let it remain. So bliss is the thorn. So you have to remove the thorn by removing I, the subtle I which will be there. In the intellect, there will be a subtle I, not the big I is gone now. There is no ego because you have self-realized. But that very small I will be there in the cave of the heart. That also has to go. That pains terribly because it is so deep inside.
Yeah, the subtle I.
The subtle I. That is what is giving you the bliss. Because it is the one which is feeling the bliss actually.
Correct.
Now when you remove that, there is no fuel left for existence. And you are done. Because there is no you now. And that's the reason it is called as you are done. That means there is no you left. That's it. Now we are vimukta. Or
That means there is nothing that I need to do.
Yes, there is nothing that will captivate you. You got the point? See, captivation means imprisonment. So there is nothing that can imprison you anymore. Meaning, gross I is job and family and all that. That is gone. Subtle I is bliss. That is also gone. Now you are vimukta.
So then the meaning of being within the samsara, vimukta, we use that word, possible.
Is.
But in this case, it is slightly remote. Because you have samsara with you, you have office, you have home and all that.
So
then you are working as if you are not attached to that.
Which is self-realization. Then after that you have to work out for liberation. You actually come to the level playing field. That means you now start learning about how to get liberated, not realized. We are now learning how to get realization. We are not working towards liberation. We are learning realization. And even before that, we are learning awakening. So you are getting awakened than the slumber, deep sleep state, what the mind is in. The mind is getting awakened. So all the insights and experiences, what comes is experienced by the mind, but it is awakened now. It is no longer sleeping. So it can see everything, hear everything, understand everything, all that is happening. Then we graduate to self-realization. Once you are self-realized, you lose the family, you lose the money, you lose the what I can say, anything worldly, you lose it, because now you know that you are yourself the daughter. You know yourself is the wife. You know you yourself is a neighbor. You know yourself is the house. You know everything is you. So you get completely satisfied from inside. There is nothing more you need to do to get anything. So you are Runa Mukta now. There is no Runa left. Okay.
Yeah.
After we come to this, you are in first standard for learning how to liberate.
Got it.
That's the thing. So whatever Lata is explaining, whatever I am explaining as an experience is awakening experiences. We are getting awakened. So yesterday, 1 second. So the thing is that once we are awakened, you will never be able to sleep again. In no matter what you do, your dreams also will change. Your living, that is the what I can say, the awakened state, which is this what we are doing, the normal one, also will be changed. So you are completely awakened to 3 states, that is Jagrata Avastha, Swapna Avastha, and now you don't have this Sushupti anymore. You are able to be awakened in all the 3 states. Because insights keep on coming even when you are sleeping. Insight keeps on coming when you are dreaming. Insights keep coming when you are awake. So it is called as awakening. You are awakened to reality. No longer in the delusion. Then we graduate to self-realization. That is, you are everyone. There is nobody else. There was never a wife in the first place. It's you only taken a role of a wife. And you have taken the role of a husband. And you have taken the role of a daughter. And you have taken the role of a son. And you have taken a role of a father. You have taken the role of a mother. Like that. And you feel so happy. Oh, I'm doing this. And you have taken a role of a bird. You have taken a role of an insect. You have taken a role of a tree. You then start kissing the tree because you see yourself in the tree. There's no tree. There's no plant. And you love your house. You love the neighbor's house and all that because the house is you only. So now you are infinite consciousness. You will see consciousness in everything. So now you have realized that I am indeed this consciousness. But then that's not the end of it. That's the beginning of the problem now. You have to go beyond it. That is called transcending or transcendence. So in the last 4 years of our journey, we have had a good insights, which is awakening moments, and we have grown. Now we have to see whether we are able to have that self-realization, where you start seeing yourself in everyone and everything all the time. Not that I just saw right now and then there ends it. It shouldn't be like that. All the time. That itself is the greatest achievement, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just imagine, but when your daughter comes home and you don't see your daughter at all, and you see yourself in place of the daughter, how it would be.
I can't explain. It will be so nice.
Yeah, because now you know your body is aging, but you are not. You are there in this body, you are there in that body at the same time, omnipresent.
That's understanding. Yes.
And then you will see omnipotent also. You are able to create again. So now your daughter is married, you have a son-in-law, and they are going to procreate and create another being which is going to come in few years, let's say. And you feel so happy that you have come in that omnipotent. So now you are omnipresent and you are omnipotent. So that makes you feel so blissful. So you don't see it like a grandson or granddaughter. You will be seeing yourself.
Mm.
So if somebody asks you that how is your grandson and granddaughter, you will always see the beauty in that, which is consciousness, not the physical one. Physical one is out of food only. So you will just look at the beauty inside, which is ever shining in that body.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you feel everybody is beautiful.
Yes, that's the very first time you feel everyone beautiful. And that day when you have this, 1 second.
Today, but you have been very silent.
Then I'm listening. I'm also trying to realize.
Yeah, okay.
What he talks makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Correct.
Intellectually understanding is not needed yet. It's experiential understanding.
Yeah, correct. That's what is needed. We have enough of intellectual understanding now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have so
Yeah,
many
that-
books also.
Yeah. Different books.
Anywhere
Still
listening,
that-
same message comes. I felt it is a repetition wherever I go, whomever I listen now.
Yeah, that's true. So now I have initially I wanted to go and meet CM, I want to meet Sarvapriyananda. All that has dropped off now. If I meet, it's fine. It's not that I want to meet.
So
There's a strong desire of experiencing that now.
Yeah.
So finally, I wanted to say, once you have the self-realization, for the very first time, you know what is loving yourself. So that love thyself, you will really experience it. Because you are everyone, you start loving everything. And that is God,
Ishvara.
Ishvara. So now you have touched Ishvara. So now the Jagat and the Jivi doesn't really do anything to you. So coming tomorrow to office will be fun because I am not going to office at all.
Yeah.
Who is going to office now? Nobody.
Nobody. Or it's only mind. Mind and body.
No, it's only consciousness appearing as someone and going away. See, when you sit in a meeting room, so let's say we sit in that Constantinople or wherever we were sitting. Now that place, wherever we're sitting, after we get up, the body gets up, where is that person? No, not there in that room, right?
Yeah. Even consciousness is the office. Consciousness is the meeting room. Consciousness is the people you are seeing.
Yes.
Everything is consciousness only.
So you feel
Yes.
so blissful. So whatever is being spoken is just a sound coming. Whatever you are seeing is just a sight. Whatever you are touching is just a touch. Whatever you are smelling is just a smell. And whatever you are thinking is just a thought. And in fact, you will never have any thoughts at all, because what is there to think now?
So finally, there is no action, hence no reaction.
Exactly. So you have removed the cause and you removed the effect,
Yes.
which is what is the self-realization. But then you have this subtle ego, which is enjoying the bliss. That
Right.
is Atma. That also has to go.
The experiencer to be removed?
Yes, has to be removed by,
Only the experience has to remain.
yes, there is nobody to experience. It's an empty home, like that room. People come,
Yes.
people discuss, people go away. But the room is not worried, right? Who is coming and who is going?
Then you can really watch like a play, your own life.
Yes, then you are gone. The you is gone, so there is no longer rebirth.
The moment you understand this is just a play, you have done realization, right?
Play is realization, but no experiencer is liberation.
Yes. Only experience.
And it's not about my experience. Again, my
Just experience.
It's
The
just
moment it is experience, now you're creating one object.
yes, no, when the moment you say my experience, this is my experience, and then it means it is self-realization only, not liberation.
Yes.
It's just experience.
And Brahman is not bothered about what is that experience.
So it is finally only subject. There is no
Yes.
object
Yes.
to say me.
Yes.
Right.
No, there is no you at all now.
So so-called mithya is also dissolved.
Only Brahman remains. So Brahman alone is that what
Everything
not
is not.
Yeah.
Everything is not.
All,
Brahman alone
no,
is.
no. All that not is, Brahman alone is. So we have come back to Sarva Priyananda's dialogue, and you have experienced. You, in the sense that it's just an experience over. And you've been experiencing that with everything. So now you don't have rebirth because there is no you left to be reborn.
Yes. Shall we continue tomorrow?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Already 9:41. Okay. Good day
Yeah.
to both of you.
Good.
Okay.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.